I've always came from a blues background. I came from punk into blues, you know, listening to all the punk bands like Slaughter the Dogs and Eater and all, you know. And then I went to see a band called 9 Below Zero. Saw Mark Felton playing harmonica. I thought, I want to do that. So when the next day got a harmonica and started practicing in the bedroom then, really. I brought a Sonny Boy Williamson album, Portrait in Blue, and I turned off all the lights in my bedroom and sat there listening to it. And the energy that these guys had and the sort of rootsiness, I could equate to punk for some reason.
It's not complicated, but it's hard to do well. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of musics, and it comes from the heart, and it's about people, and it's nothing sophisticated. The thing that really kind of got me going was the sort of the Latin rhythms and the African rhythms. I used to go and hang out in the reggae clubs and listen to people like Gregory Isaacs and Barrington Levi. And the thing that kind of converged for Trevor and I was maybe the African stuff, because I was really, you know, into listening to the African stuff. And Trev, before we ever met, lived in Zimbabwe.
I had my first son there called Jack. And in the Shona culture, the people we stay in, the Shona people, you take on your firstborn's name. So I was known in the village as Babajack. And I thought, oh, that's a good name for a band.
We both really sort of sucked in the early blues thing. You know, that sort of Lead Belly, Son House, Charlie Patton, Robert Johnson kind of thing. And the sort of the work songs, the people songs. And, you know, that's not what it sounds like, because we're very contemporary. We're not trying to sound like that at all, but it's where it all comes from. In music generally, there's a folk revival, an acoustic revival, you know, all sorts of things. Blues is doing that too, so our acoustic version with our homemade guitars and homemade cajon and all the rest of it, and that very percussive sound seems to be working. We were doing all the open mics, we were playing the pubs, we were just playing and playing and playing, and one of the hardest things is objectivity. You've got to know that what you're doing is good enough, and you've got to take a step back. I've never worked so hard in my life. Realistically, 80% band management, 20% playing.
Woke up in the morning, put on my shoes. Could this be the day for the walk?
But if you tried to think back 4 years ago, you know, and you tried to think where you would be, and that it's been incredible.
It's incredible to me.
Fantastic.
Suddenly we had this phone call saying, you know, you've been nominated for Best Acoustic Act in the UK, and I was nominated Instrumentalist of the Year. We were asked to play actually at the ceremony. We got runner-up for the Best Acoustic Act to a guy called Ian Siegel, and I tell you there is no shame coming runner-up to him. And then I was made Instrumentalist of the Year. The Rooster album has been nominated Best Album.
The Rooster track off that album is nominated for the Best Original Song. Becky has got, again, Instrumentalist. And they nominated me harmonica player, which is fantastic.
Running Man, we did crowdfunding for it. It's a thing called Pledge Music. We now have a kit drummer, fantastic kit drummer called Tosh Murase. And we have a bass guitarist called Adam Burtonshaw. Half the album has got the full drum kit. The other half was Trevor and I doing our kind of more acoustic thing, and it's how it's all woven in together. It's just a whole nother layer. And the idea is that, you know, people pledge, you know, money for you to make this, and, you know, you can offer all sorts of fun stuff, like Trev's going to make some people some cajons and
a lyric book, you know, nice
handwritten lyric book,
some wooden covers and stuff, you know.
We have a claim to fame there. We played up in London at the Riverside Studios, which is, you know, where like TFI Friday and Top of the Pops, and they used to do that stuff there. And we played this kind of exclusive night for the North American Guitar Company. And Lloyd Grossman was there. And there's a Malvern connection, because you know what? He's coming to Malvern Rocks with his band. He wanted a handwritten lyric book. The reason we came to Malvern was because of the music. We've only lived here for 3 years. And, you know, but there's such a vibrant scene around Malvern, and, you know, that was just an incredible magnet and draw to us. It's not a huge town, but I think there isn't a night of the week that you can't take your guitar out and go and play some music somewhere. That's got to be a great thing, and it's where it starts. You have to learn your craft. Everybody starts there, and if you have that basis, So for us, coming to Malvern was a total no-brainer, do you know what I mean? It had to happen. And one of the reasons that we did end up in Malvern when we were looking to move was the Pyramid Party, just over near Bromyard, in the grounds of this lovely house.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just incredible, and
yeah.
it was beautiful, and you know, we got to play on a stunning stage in the sunshine for lots and lots of very happy people. The photographs were amazing. I mean, they were our shots, our promo shots for at least a year, I think. We play every day together, and we write together completely. So that amount of stuff together is so creative. I think that's the huge advantage.
What we would say is just see how far we can push it, you know. It's really exciting, you know, to see how far we can go.